In today's video on YouTube, I've decided to do a CSS. This CSS has not been done in all my videos. I've been doing HTML because I have a paper here. This paper is for which year? This paper is for 2023, October, November. The series was for 030417. So this paper was 2 hours 15 minutes, and I thought most of my students who have been watching my video, they are very familiar with the HTML. You are supplied with the following files, and then from there you prepare an evidence document, which they are very good. File management, you are supposed to create a folder. After creating the folder, you locate these files and put them in the folder, and then you display the content of the file. You right click on the folder and then you go to view content. You'll see all the file extension, image dimension, and file size with all the file names and extensions. Then you take a screenshot to get 1 mark. After that, you're going to create a table using the HTML. This is the name of the file, tgs.htm. But now on this table, they have not told you the width of the browser. The table does not have the parameters for the width and height. So you just create it like that. The areas that you merge, like cell B, you're supposed to merge. Cell A, you're supposed to merge 3 rows. Cell B is 2 rows, and then you put those numbers. And then you put the images as indicated here, which many people are familiar. Although I'll then use inline style. So I'll be able to do this section after I've done the one that I'm supposed to do in this video. So the inline style is to make the logo fit the full width of cell B. Where is cell B? So there's an image that you put here, but you have to apply an inline style. And then you continue, put the text, place a page break, that is the BR tag, and then the rest you set the headings, like this one they want heading 2, and then you code the video code, you get 9 marks. Imagine video code will give you 9 marks. And then you attach the style sheet to this web page. So the style sheet that we are supposed to attach is one that has a problem. So we need to rectify it. So in my video today, I'm concentrating on the CSS, cascading style sheet. So they're telling me I'm starting from page number 7. Open the style sheet N23 tgs.css and correct the mistakes in the CSS. Edit this style sheet to meet this specification. So these are the specification. So I want to do it step by step. They are not a lot, only this area here. So I'll be forced to open my expression web. After opening my expression web, by default, you normally get the, it's called what? The HTML. So this HTML, I'll just leave it. I'll need to open my CSS. So they gave me the file to open. So I'll go to File, then I go to Open. After I've clicked on Open, I need now to play around with the desktop. So where on the desktop should I, let me put my picture here. So on the desktop here, I need to come here, and then I check some paper 3 confidential files. So let me check again which CSS, N23TGS, N23TGS.css. So I open this. So when I open this, this is what I have. So I need to rectify it according to the specification they gave me. So I have the file open, but it has got some errors. So I need to follow this to guide me. The table must be center aligned within the browser window. And then the table must fit 85% of the browser window. The table borders and grid lines must not be visible. And then table cells must have a padding of 20 pixels. So I'll start with the first one. They're talking about table must be center aligned within the browser window. So I can see already the TGS that I've opened, N23 TGS, there is the table here. So I just need to modify it to correct it. So I'll click on it, right click, then I go to modify style. So when I click on modify style, it brings for me the selector here is the table. So after that, I need to center align the table. So these are the categories that you have to be familiar with. To center align the table, I'll be forced to go to box under category. And then after going to box, I need to go to where the margins are. So these margins, I need to remove this same for all because I want to center align it. And if you can look on the margins, there is top, right, bottom, and there is what? There is left, but there is no center. So what I'm supposed to do here is the right side, I make it auto, and the left side, I make it auto. So that you can see now it will be center line. The next thing that the question was telling me is that the table must fit 85% of the browser window. So when you're doing the HTML, you normally define the width of the table when you're designing the table. But here the table has already been created, and then they're telling you to adjust it to 85% so that it fits 85% of the browser window. So that one I'll be forced to go to position. I was on box for the center line. I've put right and left, so I'll go to position. While I'm in position now, I need to adjust the width to 85%. So I'll type there 85, and then I'll specify here percent. So it is 85%, so that it fits the browser window like that. The next question was the table, border, and grid lines must not be visible. So they was talking about the table, border, and grid line must not be visible. So I'll go to borders. So while I'm in borders here, I'll clear everything that is in the border style because they have said the grid line must not, the table border and grid line must not be visible. So I'll remove the solid. I remove the border width here, which is 1. And then I remove the color. That is the color. So I remove it. But I maintain same for all, for whatever that is there. And then by doing that, now I can click on OK. So far, this is what I've done. Yeah. Border collapse. The width is at 5%. Right, this is to center the table. And then the next question was the cell padding. Cell padding normally goes with the TD. The cell padding, table cells must have a padding of what? There was something, the border. If I look at the question, the table border and grid line must not be visible. Let me check again on my, this one here, this one here. It should not be visible. So there is a color here which is an hexadecimal and the border is 1 pixel. So for me to rectify this one here, what I need to do is to go to new style. I'll have to go to new style. After going to new style, I'll specify here. Let me see. I need to specify something like table. And the table will go with the table data, which is the TD. After the table data, I'll go to a place called border. After I click on border, now the table border at the top here, I'll choose none. Do we have none here? None, so that it does not have. The border width, we normally specify 0 if you don't want to appear. And then for the color, I'll just leave it there it is. There is no color at all. So I'll click on OK. So the border style is none and the border width is none. So that the table, border and grid line must not be visible. The next activity was to table cells must have a padding of 20 pixels. Table cells must have a padding of 20 pixels, and the padding affects the TD. So I just need to modify the TD on my, so I'll come to here, right click on it, and then choose what? Modify. So once I click on modify, I'll run to a place called borders. So under borders here, I'll we're talking about the padding, sorry. So padding, I'll go to box. So for the box, I'll go to the padding. The padding is, which is here. So it should be 20 pixels for the padding. Then I click on OK. So the padding is 20 pixels. And then what else do I need? This border thing, I'll come to it later and see what I'll do to it, because I've already specified here it should not appear. So the next thing is the table border grid lines must not be visible. The table cells must have a padding of 20 pixels. So if I look at my whatever here, the table TD is none, and this one here. So I think this one will be going out very soon. So the next question, before I rectify that, the background color of the web page must have a blue component of D8, a red component of AA, a green component of BE. So what you need to remember with this background, we normally use the RGB. We arrange these color components into RGB. So we will start with R, which is AA, and then G, BE, and then the last one is RGB, the last one will be D8. So to be able to do that, we are talking about this background color appears in the body of the HTML. Remember the body of the HTML. So I'll go to my expression web here. I go to new style, and then under the selector here, I'll type the word body. After going to body, I'll go to background. Then under background, there's what is called the background color. You start with the hashtag, and then the RGB we talked about, we start with the RGB AA and then BE. So it should be, after the hashtag, it should be AA and then BE, and then the last one was B8. So that is going to be B8. That is going to be the background color. That's how you do it, and then you click on OK. So the background color, this is how it appears using the RGB format. This is hexadecimal color. The second last question here, the style heading 1 and heading 2 must be set so that the browser selects and displays Comic Sans MS. If this font is not available, the browser selects and displays Comic Sans. If neither of these fonts are available, the browser must display its default sans serif. Sans serif means decorated font. A decorated font is Times New Roman. But if it was just serif, it could be Arial. I'm just giving examples of decorated and non-decorated fonts. So for this situation, you need to come to new style, and then under the selector there, they said heading 1, comma. It should be heading 1, you put a comma. Heading 2, what else was there? Let me check. It's only heading 1 and heading 2. That's all. And then they should have this, you have to type this in correctly, Comic Sans. This is under font. So when I come here, I'll go to the font category, and then I should, did I even copy it nicely? So let me see. So if I click here, copy that. I'm just avoiding to type. It's not coming, so I need to type it. How was the spelling? It was Comic Sans MS. Then I put a comma. If that is not there, then it should be able to give us Control C. it should give us Comic Sans if that is not available. So after putting the comma, I come here, Control V, and if another comma, if that is not there, then it should give us this sans serif, non-decorated. So I'll take that and then I put it after the comma, sans serif, like that. So that's what they want. And then they were together with another component. Style heading 1 and heading 2 must have blue component, must be blue with no other component. So that is the color. So heading 1 and heading 2 should have a color. So I'll go to color here. Then I look for blue. So that is the color for blue. And then I click on apply. Okay. So this the solid color here, 1 pixel, I need to eliminate this. So my CSS is over, but it is not over until I do. Place your name, center number and candidate number as a comment at the start of the style sheet, and then save this style sheet in your TGS folder. Please place a copy of the style sheet in your evidence document. Make sure the contents are easy to read. You get 16 marks. So how do you put a comment? So the comment should be at the start of the CSS. So when I come here, I need to come and click on top where the table is, number 1. I press enter to create a space. So this is how you put a comment. You start with the /, then you put an asterisk, you leave a space, the colors change to green, then you type your details for the exam, then it's Bay, and then you can put an underscore, you put the country code and the code of the school where you are. I'm just guessing, I don't know, 66, and then my index number, let's say I'm index 11. You leave a space. To close the comment so that the color can go back to the way it was, you start now with the asterisk, and then you put the color is back to the way it was. So these are how things are now. I've rectified the margins. They are auto. When the right and the left is auto, the table is centered. The width of the table is 85%. The padding is 20 pixels. The border style is none. The border width is 0, so it won't appear. The background color is that one specified there. The family font for heading 1 and heading 2, I've put these ones here. And then the color for the heading 1 and heading 2 in hexadecimal, that is blue. And that marks the end of my CSS. I'll be able to do the HTML so that I combine the two videos. So that's how you do. Sometimes you need just to modify a few things. You don't have to create a new. Thank you for watching, and expect my video for the HTML very soon. Thank you. I promised to do an HTML so that I can combine it. I can attach it to the CSS that I've done. So the first things first. The same code and component 03 0417 for information and communication technology. The month, October, November 2023. Time is 2 hours 15 minutes. We are concentrating on website authoring. I've done the CSS part, the cascading style sheet. Now I'm about to do the HTML. Speed is important, is of essence. You have been supplied with the following source files. These are the source files. And then you're supposed to create a word processed document. Make sure that your name, center numbers will appear. Your name, center number will appear on every page. So what you're supposed to do, you create Microsoft Word. So once you have opened Microsoft Word, you click on blank. You resize it if the screen is too small. Now what you do, you go to insert, and then you come to header. So they have not given us the format, but the 3 will work. So I can be able to put there my name, then it's Bay. The code, the center number, I can put what is supposed to be placed. You'll be given this during exams. And the index number, my index number is that. You can even highlight that, and then very fast you just make it bold. So these ones, because they're on the header, they'll appear on every page. Next thing is that save this document in your work area as this, followed by the center number and the candidate number. So this is the name they want me to save it as. So, and they save it in the work area. So what I'll do, I'll go to Microsoft Word, File, Save As, and then I go to this PC. I'm trying to locate where the desktop is. So my desktop, where are you? Desktop is here. Then I want to put them together in the confidential file that I was given. The name that I've been given is this, followed by the center number, which is Kenya, and then 048, and then my index number was 011. And then make sure that you're saving it in the environment you're working. I'm working in Microsoft Word, so the extension will be .docs, and then I'm saving it in the desktop in this place. You have to be organized. So I've already saved it. So where are we now? You'll use this as your evidence document during the elimination. So I'm about to do the file management. Create a new folder called TGS. So I'll minimize all that. I minimize all that. I minimize all this. So I'll come here, right click, and then new folder. So the folder I've been given to be called TGS. Then I press enter. So the folder and the whatever source files are together. So this is the folder. How was it? Yeah, TGS in small letters. Locate the following files and store them. So MP4, JPG, text, and CSS. Even that evidence file, I'll put it together with these ones here. So when I come here, when I go to the desktop, I'll open this. I can take this one here, although I've not been told. I press Control key to select the files that I want. So those are the files that I want. And then Control C to copy them. And then I come here, I open my TGS, and then Control V. So I think I have the files. I've even brought this one here for my evidence. And then now I proceed. Display the content of the TGS showing the folder name. So the folder name must be shown. All file names, file extensions, image dimensions, and then take a screenshot and place it on the evidence document. So that will be evidence 1. So I'll come here. There are so many files which I've opened. So what I need the TGS. So this TGS, I need to take a picture, including the folder, which is the TGS. So to take a screenshot, Window, Shift, and S. And then I start from the TGS. I've captured it. No, I made a mistake. Right click here, go to View, and click on Content. The reason why I'm saying Content, so that you can see the frame height, frame width. The JPG file has got dimensions. The dimensions are there. So the file extensions, these are the file extension: joint photographic group, MP4, .docs, CSS, cascading style sheet, text file, and then everything that is there. Now this is the time now you take Window key, Shift, and S, and then you take a nice, like this, and then you go to your Microsoft Word that you had already made. Then you are supposed to type evidence 1, which was under file management, and then Control V. So I've pasted that thing nicely. It is showing the TGS, the folder. It's showing all the components they wanted for whatever. Then I need to prepare another one. So I don't know when it will be required, but I just prepare it. And then I save it. It's important to save. And then I leave it there. So the next thing is, even this one I can minimize. The next thing, 1 mark only for that. You are working as part of a team of web developers for Tawara Web, and have been asked to create parts of the web page and edit a style sheet for a local giraffe sanctuary. The web page and style sheet must work in any browser. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. Make sure that your style sheet contains no HTML. Make your HTML and style sheet as efficient as possible. Create in your TGS folder a web page called this. So I need to make tgs.htm. So let me just copy this, and it must be on the TGS folder. Very, very crucial. The TGS folder was created up there. I've just created it, but I have to create it in the HTML. So what I'll do, I'll go to this part. By default, in the other video I did the CSS, but this video I have this. So this untitled, I should save it as TGS because it has the components of the HTML. It has the doc type, it has the HTML tag, opening tag, the closing tag for HTML. It has got the head and the closing tag for head, the meta tags, the title, so and the body. So everything is there. So I just need to save it as. So to save it, I'll go to File, Save As. Then I give it the name that they wanted. So I'll just come and highlight this, and then I paste the name they wanted. So I need to remove the rest, but I need to save it in the TGS folder. So I need to go up here on the desktop, and then I look for the TGS. This is the folder. So I'm saving it inside there. Then I click on what? Save. So it is very important to know how to manage your files. So I've put it on the TGS. So I click on save. So I've already saved it. And then the next thing they're going to tell me, this web page must be created using a single table and work in all browsers. The table must have a structure like this. I can see there are no parameters given for the width and height. So how many columns are here? Columns like this, vertical. So this is 1, 2, 3. 3 columns. Rows are 1, 2, 3. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it is 3 by 3. And then I'm supposed to put the components. So this is how you do it. So I'll come here. I'm going now to create the table. The table should be created inside the border, but I don't want to create it using the codes. It will take a lot of time. So I'll go to design, then I go to table, and then I say insert table. So the number of rows, 1, 2, 3. The number of rows were 3. Number of columns were also 3. But they have not specified the width. So I'll just leave it by default to be 100. And then I click on OK. So that is my table. So here, these two cells were supposed to be merged. So I'll come and go to modify and then merge. And then the whole of this one here was supposed also to be merged. So modify, merge. And then this one I'll give it color a letter A. This one is supposed to be B. This one was supposed to be C. This one was supposed to be D. This one was supposed to be, after D is E, letter E, and then this one is supposed to be letter F. If I go to the code, I can see A, B, C, D, E, F. So the width, by default, I left it at 100%. And then each table is identified with a letter which must not appear on the final page. So these letters, A, B, C, D, should not appear on the final web page. And then they were saying, there's a question here, they were saying, in cell A, I put the image N23 giraffe in cell A. So what I need to do in cell A, I'll come to, where is cell A? Cell A, I'll go to design here. I click on cell A, I remove that. So they have told me to put N23 giraffe, and they're in my folder called TGS. So I'll go to insert, picture from file, then I locate TGS. This is not TGS. I need to go to desktop, and then I go to TGS. TGS was in small letters. So it was N23 giraffe.jpg. Then I click on insert, and then I give it an alternate text. I'll give it another text as giraffe. So my spelling is not good, so let me put like this. Alternate text is very important. You put giraffe or just giraffe, RAFFE, and then I click on OK. So there, that is the giraffe. In cell B, they want this logo. So I'll go back to my whatever here. I click on cell, where is cell B? Is this cell B? No, cell B. I remove the B. Now I'm supposed to put the image N23 logo. So same method, insert picture from file. Now that I'm there, this is the logo, and then I click here. So I can say logo, and then click on OK. So that is the logo for the giraffe. Then cell F, which is down there, I put N23 head.jpg. And I'm at the same time, I'm adding appropriate alternate text as I put these things. So when I come here, they say N23, so I'll look for F. So that is F. I remove the F, then I go to insert picture from file, then I put this head, and then I put alternate text. So I'll put head, then I click on OK. So that is the head. And then there's something else they are going to ask here. Use an inline style attribute to make sure that the logo fits the full width of cell B. So inline style, the catch here is the inline style attribute for cell what? Cell B. And cell B was having the logo. So if I come here, then I go to the code, it was having the logo cell B. So the logo is here. So to put the inline style, I'm supposed to remove this height. Or first of all, I put this width to go, this height to go, like that. I've deleted. Then after the JPG, I'm supposed to type the inline style equal sign. Then I type width, and then I put the colon. Then I type 100%. 100%. Where is the percentage sign? So I'll put the inline style. This is how you type the inline style. And then I come here, I save it. So when I go back to now, I think it is fitting the entire. It has fitted the entire box. The next thing is where are we now? I've done that. Those are 4 marks. Place in cell D the text N23 text. So this text I need to open it, and then the content of this cell I put it in cell D. So what I'll do, I'll go to my folder, the TGS. This is the TGS. This is the text. So this text, when I double click, it opens. So I can come to edit. I say, is it word wrap? Yeah, it is already wrapped. So I'll just click anywhere inside, Control A, Control C to copy it. Now that text, place this text in cell D. So if I come here, so this D, so I remove that D, Control V. So I've already put the text in cell D. And then what else are they talking about here? I've done that one. Place in cell E the text page created by web, and then last edited there. So this one here. So this one, I'll copy this, followed by your name, center number. This one I'm going to put in cell E. So when I come here, where is cell E? So cell E is here. It is so squeezed. So I'll run to code. So under code, this is cell E. So I'll remove that, and then Control V. And then last edited by, let me see how they want it, followed by your name and center number and candidate number. So what I'll do, I'll just come to last edited by, I leave a space, then I type my name, Dennis Bay, and then underscore, the country code 048, and then my index number 011. I'm maintaining all those things. And then what else do they want? Place a page break after the full stop in cell E. So the full stop was after the web, the Tawara web. So to put a page break after this one here, I'll put this code. It's called the BR. So let me type it in small letters. It's called the BR tag. It does not have a closing tag. Yeah. So it means now last edited by this one will appear on the second line as a new paragraph. So the BR represents enter. Yeah. it does not have a closing tag, this BR. It's like pressing enter after the full stop. That is very, very crucial question. And then set all the text in D and E, to style heading 2. So D and E, the ones we have just this D and E. So when I'm here as heading 2, so the all of this up to there, I need to set it. But now this thing is not working. It has been deactivated. So to activate it, I'll just go and click on design and then come back. When I come back, it is now activated. Very funny. And then I give it heading 2. And also this one that I've just typed here, up to my index number. Also, I give it heading 2. That thing, sometimes it is deactivated in the exam, it can challenge you. Just go and click on design, come back, it will work. So this text is heading 2, the closing tag for heading 2 is here. This one also heading 2, the opening tag is here, the closing tag is there. So I've done what they wanted in that. And then the next thing they are going to ask in this HTML, use the video and source tags to place in cell E the video, this video here. So this is the name of the file. So what I'll do, I'll go to the folder. Where is the folder? The folder is the TGS. The name of the video is here. So I right click on it. I go to properties and then I take the name. This is the name. I copy it. After I've copied it, now I'll go to, they are supposed to put it in cell C. So I'll go to my whatever here, I look for cell C. Where is cell C? So I need to see C is here. So CC is here, I can press enter so that inside the TD here, I can create the codes for the video. So to create the codes for the video, I'll start by opening the tag, then I type video, and then the space, they are given me specification for the width. The width is supposed to be 480. If I remember the paper, let me check again. It's 480 pixels by 360, the height. So when I go back here, that is whatever, and then the height, how do you write height? Height also, the whatever is 360, 480 by 360, so I have to specify that. And then after that, I put the controls that will enable me to play controls. If they wanted it to play automatically, I could have typed autoplay, autoplay, so that it can play automatically, but that will not specify. So after controls there, I close the first tag, then I press enter again, so that I create a space. And then what is wrong with this video? I don't know what it wants. And then the second line for the video, I have to specify the source. The source is src is equal to what I'd pasted, I'd copied on the whatever there, I'll paste it. That is the video. And then after that, I have to specify that the type of this video, it is a video stroke MP4, MP4. And then the message that they want me to specify, I'll go to the question, display an appropriate text. Display an appropriate text based if error message, best error message. If the browser does not, if the browser does not support the video, so you need to have something written down here. So I'll just come and say paste. The browser does not support this video type. Yeah. So if you are I don't know how to frame it, but they were supposed to give a message. Which message is this? Let me see again. Display an appropriate text based error message if the browser does not support this video. So I'll come back here. Video may not play if the browser does not support this video type. So those are the tags for the video. So I need to save it. Then let me see which other question is there. Attach the style sheet to this web page and then save the web page. And then now is when you start doing the other one. So this attachment of this CSS, what I'll do to it, I'll come back here, then I come to attach, and then I go to browse, and then under the TGS, that is the only thing that is there. And then I click on OK to attach it. So I've attached it. So let me save it, and then File. I go to the preview, the browser. I can use Internet Explorer. So there it is. So this is how my web page appears. After the full stop, there was the BR to take it down. Then if I click this, and then there is an image here for the whatever, and then this is how the web page appears eventually. So I don't know if there is any other question they have asked. Down here, display the web page in your browser, take a screenshot and place this in your evidence document. This is evidence what? Evidence 8. Make sure all the page can be seen, all the text can be read, the address bar is fully visible, and then display the HTML in your editor, take a copy and put it on. So these are 39 marks. So what I'm going to do, I'd already opened my browser. I've opened my browser. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. And then now what I'll do, let me close it again. I go to this. I try to use File, Preview in Internet Explorer. So Internet Explorer is this one here. And then I try and resize it a little bit. How can I resize it? So what I'll do, I'll play around with this thing, try and expand it so that I can see. I'm trying to see if I can see everything on the page. I can see the title is up there. Just a little bit of adjustment, like this. What is the percentage? Reduce it a bit. Now I can see everything. I was playing around to get the entire thing, and then I should take a picture of this. So when I'm taking a picture, I just take all of this up to there, the entire web page. Very good. I've taken the entire web page. The question was saying this is evidence 8. Display the web page in your browser, take a screenshot. So when I go to this whatever here, so this is going to be evidence 8, and it was about the web. If I'm not wrong, it was web page, and then Control V. So that is the web page you have created. Then there's another evidence that they want. The evidence now they want is the HTML tags that I've used. The HTML tags, or the tags that I've used. So I'll go to the browser here, and then I'm supposed to take all these tags that I've used. So I'll click anywhere, Control A, Control C, and then I go to the, where are we? Microsoft Word. So I press enter here. So this one I can force it, Control Enter to take it to a new line, and then now Control V. There it is. And then maybe the last one, I can put the last evidence document that I've done. Evidence. So the last evidence, let me see. For this one here, take a screenshot. So this will be evidence 7. So this evidence 7, if I come here, I'll put evidence 7. The other one was which one? The other one was evidence 8. So evidence 7 could have come before that, but it's okay. So evidence 7 is the CSS. So this one here, what I can do, I can make them bold, underline, increase the size a little bit. So, and then I format paint. I have the brush, so I can give this one here, and also I can give this one here, and also I can give this one here. Then I take the brush back. So what they want the CSS now. Where is the CSS? My CSS should come after this. So what I need to do, I need to put this and then my screen is flickering. I don't know why. I come here, the CSS. So the CSS, I can take a picture. It's not big, so I can take a picture of that nicely, and then I go to Microsoft, Control V. So I've finished the paper very nicely. There was no issue, and that's how students should be able to handle paper 3 web authoring with both CSS and HTML, hypertext markup language, and cascading style sheet. Thank you for watching and have a lovely time.